podcast. I'm talking
No.
about D23.
No.
Not
No.
again.
I'm D23. I'm the mascot of the evil corporation. And with this, we had a fantastic few days of D23 information. For those who don't know who a D23 is, it's a fan event. I think you have to be either can pay to get in, or you have to be a shareholder or something to be invited to this event.
Yeah, you can pay. It's like a membership thing.
You're correct. Ho-ho. Anyway,
Oh God.
the Mickey Mouse will never die. But anyway, there were tons of stuff that were announced, and way too much stuff to even go over every single thing, because I'm gonna say like 60% of it I did not care about. But regardless, we're going to talk in parts of what was announced. So we're gonna start with everything that's non-Marvel, non-Star Wars. Then we'll go to Star Wars, and then we'll go on to Marvel. One thing I did want to mention, maybe you guys know this or don't know this, but they showed a new logo, and not a logo, but like the new like cinematic thing that they do. Did you get? If you guys see it,
I
For
did
what?
not, no.
there's a new cinematic. There's new upgrades on what the video looks like when it appears before a movie. It actually was pretty cool.
Oh. Huh.
The only thing I saw that people were having an issue with logos was Gap. Apparently Gap made a new logo as well, and the logo was so bad that they went back to their old logo.
Well, yeah, I don't know.
But that's the only logo I have heard of.
I'd have to show you guys or find you guys the video, because they did show it. It looks like more realistic, and it kind of shows more. It's very reminiscent of like the actual park, Disneyland or Disney World. So,
Really?
But it did show like the 100 years thing. So I don't know if that's if
Well-
it's just for this year or I don't know.
I gotta say, I'm gonna start with a complaint though. First of all, before we actually get into
There's
the topic.
tons of complaints on this. Go ahead.
No. But I think this is a big one.
Start
And
it.
this is initially how they were gonna show this D23. I saw some videos on YouTube that they're gonna have like a live conference of like, yo, this is gonna be excited. They're gonna have all 3 days. And I eagerly attempted to access those on the first day, just to find out that they're only showing like certain aspects of the panel, or certain panels as well. So there's a lot of panels that did not show live. It wasn't broadcast. And I was kind of disappointed, because I was hoping to like watch more panels that were really interesting to me, like the Disney panel and the Pixar panel. Of course, they were like, well, you have to be there. But for all additional panels, you can, I guess, watch a couple of them here and there.
It's
So.
Disney. That's all I can say. It's Disney. It's the way that they are. It's dumb. So
That's why I've always said it's always good to pirate from them. So it's okay. Disney makes enough that you can pirate from them.
I got
Sure.
your permission.
oh yeah, I was going to tell the cops. Oh,
Diego
Mr.
told me
Comey
to.
was okay. Get out of here. That's not gonna fly in court. Get the fudge out of here. Anyway, like I said, let's go over non-Marvel, non-Star Wars announcements. And actually, let's go non-Pixar, because Pixar also had a lot of announcements, and actually some good ones too. One thing that they announced that I was just surprised that they were doing. It's gonna be awful, but it was a weird thing that they're doing. Is they're doing a sequel to this Disney Channel movie called Under Wraps, where in the movie they brought back to life a mummy.
Wait, that's getting a sequel? That's so dope.
That's
That's
getting a
awesome.
No,
That was a
You
good
have
movie.
to-
Don't even.
That duality, man.
watch the trailer. The trailer looks horrendous. It looks bad. I saw. I was like, what the fudge is this?
I'll have to check it out then.
Yeah, you have to see it, but it looks weird. That's all I can say. But again, I was like, what the heck? I was like, what makes me impressed is that it was so big. Either it was so big, or a hitter that no one really knew about, like an underdog thing that they're like, oh, you know what? People actually really like this. Let's bring it back. Or they're really running out of ideas and just scratching the bottom of the bird to be like, okay, let's see what comes up now. Oh, Under Wraps. Okay, let's bring this out.
I'll say this. That one isn't a cult classic like Hocus Pocus. Hocus Pocus was cult classic where it made sense for them to make a sequel. They didn't need to make a sequel, but it made sense that they made a sequel.
Like Zulanders too.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. They didn't need to, but they it makes sense that they did.
There was one, and I don't know if you saw this, Japan or Miles, but they did one, and at first I was like, what the heck is this? But they announced a show called American Born Chinese.
No, I did not hear about that.
And it has...
Is that like a cartoon? Or is that like
no,
live
it's
action?
an actual live action. So it's from a comic book. Oh, sorry, graphic
Oh.
novel. And I was like, what the heck? Again, it kind of reminds me of what's it called? Of Jackie Chan Adventures, because it says it's about this average kid trying to juggle his school life and his home life, and then it says when he meets a new student on the first day of school year, even more worlds collide as Jim, which is the guy, is unwittingly entangled in the battle of Chinese mythical gods. So it's like the premise, like it's just normal everyday balancing life, but now he's fighting Chinese mythical gods. I know Jackie Chan Adventures wasn't like that, but they had the talisman that had the actual power. So I wonder how this is going to be. It's going to be, again, live action. It has the lady, what's her face, from the, what's that movie? The cinematic, the like Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness.
Oh, Michelle Yeoh?
Yeah, I think she's part of it. I think she's directing it or executive director, something like that. But she's part of it as well.
Yeah,
Be
cool.
right back.
I'm interested.
Okay.
So really interesting stuff. But yeah,
Nice,
like those
nice,
are the things that I saw. Those are the only two things, non-Marvel, non-Pixar, non-Star Wars that I saw that was like,
Really?
okay, that's cool. Because I didn't care about the other stuff like Hocus Pocus and stuff. So
You didn't care about Indiana Jones, number 5, the last
I stopped
one?
watching after 2.
Ah,
What? 2 was pretty good. 3,
Two
I
was
actually
good.
like 3.
I
It's my
didn't watch.
favorite.
I didn't watch 3. I was like, no, I'm done. I liked 1. I really liked 1 and 2. Number 3, nah. And then when I saw number 4 and I saw the trailer,
You don't talk
oh
about
my
number
gosh.
4.
Well, you're gonna have to because they're doing a number 5.
I just skip number 4 and go to number 5.
No,
I haven't watched any of them. Except for the
Really?
Shia LaBeouf one.
Oh,
I
man.
know.
Oh,
you need
I
to
get
watch
so
at
much
least the
crap
first
for it.
At least
I
the
don't
first
know. Maybe.
no, I gotta say I like the number 3 because it had Sean Connery as well. Sean Connery. But yeah, this one is kind of interesting because, well, surprise, surprise, it's going to be Harrison Ford last. Indiana Jones. I don't know if he's gonna be making additional movies or not, but he's done with Indiana Jones after this.
He's like a walking corpse almost. Not like in the sense that for him to do action movies now, I would fear for him to get hurt because
He's still more functional than Joe Biden.
Ouch! I'm getting political here.
No, it's just a joke. It's funny.
I know. I'm
No
messing
jokes.
with you, but yeah, yeah, he's getting to a particular age, and I think he's probably sick of doing all these movies. I mean, it felt like he was sick with Star Wars a while ago too. That's the feeling the vibe that I got.
Yeah, I think he's more like in love with like his I guess
Airplanes.
his fan base and stuff in there. Well, I didn't mean. Sorry, I was talking about. I didn't talk specifically about Star Wars, but yeah.
Yeah, but that'll be really cool. I mean, he was very emotional on the stage.
Yeah.
I think they actually show some kind of trailer or something that at D23 only for people that were available there, not to the public.
Stupid.
Which, yeah, I can complain about that as well. But I find like that's, I don't know. I'm curious, being his last movie and all. Maybe it's gonna be like passing the torch.
Okay.
Again.
to Shia LaBeouf.
No. David, no.
Son.
David,
Who else
no.
is gonna take it?
Not him.
It has to be him. It's the son.
David, no.
Unless something happens, he skips a generation and goes to his grandson. They can do that.
Oh, I did forget to one thing. So this isn't Pixar or Marvel or Star Wars yet, but I didn't get too much information other than, and I think Japaron told me this, but they are doing a prequel to The Lion King called Mufasa.
Oh, I saw that stupid shit.
I don't care.
I don't care either.
The thing is, like, I was intrigued at first, but then they showed that it was live action. I'm like, I've told Japor on this. I don't like the live action Lion King. One thing is because it's a shot for shot remake, but the other thing is like the expressions on the lines or on the animals don't exist because they try to make it so lifelike, and I hate that. I was like, this is stupid. Like when you hear Seth Rogen laugh, and I was like, this is stupid. He doesn't make his little face, regardless if you like Seth Rogen or not, but he doesn't make a face. He just looks like a warhog lip syncing to Seth Rogen, and it's just weird. I don't like it.
I get you. Yeah, when I saw that, I was like, in this live action, I'm like, this is just, they're just trying to make money off of it, and it's not, I'm not down for it. I'm just not down.
Since we were in that particular realm of Disney movies, they also announced the live action Little Mermaid.
Not only announced, they showed the trailer.
That trailer showed a trailer for us well too.
Yeah, I was like, that's cool and all, but like, I'm so tired of live actions and just like, give me something new. That's literally all I care about. Like, give me something that's good.
I know, right? They need to come up with new original content, right?
They're done. They don't
remaking
care.
Stuff. And I was telling Dave about this. Like, the way that I compare this is like when, you know, Japanese directors are trying to make a live action movie of anime. It doesn't work. At least not yet. But here, they're touching with some of the classic shows. I haven't heard that Pinocchio's doing pretty bad on Disney+.
Oh, it's terrible. I saw it. My nieces and nephew were watching it. I was like, this is literal garbage.
I wish he was lying, but no, I saw parts and I was like, this is the stupidest thing. What are they doing to Pinocchio?
Pinocchio?
So, yeah, but The Little Mermaid, I'm not impressed. Don't care to see it, really. But again, this could have come out in the beginning. Little Mermaid, I will admit, it's not my favorite one to watch.
It's a good game on the NES.
I do like that's true. I do like the songs in it, but overall, like, it's not one that I watch. But again, a lot of the princess movies, I didn't watch or like too much anyway. So,
to be honest, I've just kind of gotten bored of the live actions. I've seen enough of them to know I don't care for them.
It's basically a copy and paste. They don't actually have the liberty of making new original content because they want to play safe. And even
the cartoons are such classics. Like,
exactly. If you were to do that,
no
people
reason
tend to compare it to the classics, so there's no reason.
If anything, just re-release the animated ones in 16:9 and redo the audio and surround and clean it up, and then just re-release them on the big screen for the generations that haven't seen them. But for a generation's first experience, like if you're a fucking parent out there and their first fucking experience is these live-action pieces of shit, you're parenting me. I'm sorry. No.
That and they're doing TikTok as well, so yeah.
Paul, I know you would at least have 10 watch the originals.
Oh no, for sure. That's something I don't want him to touch any of that.
Wait, did you call him 1010?
Yes, I did. You caught that.
This was like, what the?
You caught that.
It's okay.
I didn't even get a reaction out of him.
Oh no, you're fine. You're fine.
Well, you can tell Tim I said that joke when he gets older and understands it.
I don't think.
And that your dad didn't back him up.
I don't think Japor.
I didn't even hear it.
No, I'm sure.
I felt offended for Tenma's sake.
That's fine.
Anyway,
I didn't get any reaction. I just totally settled that in. No reaction from Paul.
Anyway, let's move on. Let's go to Pixar now.
Actually, no, David, you forgot to mention an important thing. I'm ashamed of you that you didn't mention.
Which one?
The Simpsons. The Simpsons had a panel as well. They didn't announce anything cool. Well, actually, they did a parody.
No,
hold on. They did a parody of
Let him explain.
Cinematic Universe. And they did an animation on that. And it's really cool. So if you actually work,
let him explain.
I'm explaining that nothing happened. There was no announcement. There was no.
It's okay.
No
I mean,
movie,
Simpsons
no
is
nothing.
a dead show.
It's not. Show. But the thing is, they didn't announce anything. That's why I didn't mention anything.
Well, that's why I didn't say it was an announcement, but I think it was really cool to mention that they actually did some kind of mockery of the cinematic universe.
It wasn't important. If they announced that, if they had actually said that it actually was going to be a movie, I would have been super hyped. But when I saw that, I was like, no, they didn't announce anything. Get out of here. I want to.
And you couldn't see it, David, because it was also only for attendees. So
Well, I
you
guess
fell.
some people didn't understand that and uploaded it somewhere so we could all see. So, anyway, that's neither here nor there. Like I said,
Wow.
moving
It's over
on.
there.
Moving on to
Don't
Pixar.
salty.
So Pixar, Mister, did you see anything about Pixar? Something that tickled?
No, I did not. I want to know what I was going to ask you if you guys knew anything.
Why are you even here for? Miles,
Because I want
Here to
my
provide
reaction.
support.
Miles,
Yeah.
did
Your
you, did you
reaction.
see anything?
I'll be honest with all the fans here. I'm purely here for the Star Wars.
Japorion, let's move on. Japorion, start us off.
Yeah,
I started last time. Let's start you with
There was a couple of things that were announced. They announced another Pixar movie called Elemental. That's about different elements, as the title entails.
But you know,
they
making
al-
a sequel to something. So there you go.
yes, they're gonna making a sequel to Inside Out,
There you go. See?
so that should be fun.
They're making a sequel to Inside Out?
Mhm.
Yeah.
There's the
That was a
script-
good film.
The script
That
is,
was.
the
Yeah.
script is finished. They didn't have anything to release, not like a poster, not clip, anything. I think they're gonna start recording next year. I think that's what Amy Poehler said because she was on the stage
Producing
with them.
or recording?
It's gonna be at the release. Is gonna be summer to 2024.
24, but they haven't
Dang.
started recording yet. The script is done from what I get this from what
The
Amy
poor
Poehler
Chinese
said.
shops, sweatshops, dude.
Sure.
I said the
Okay.
poor Chinese sweatshops because
Anyway.
they're gonna make those guys work so hard.
So
Tell me I'm wrong.
They also
I don't
announced
know.
they're gonna have a show about Zootopia that's coming out in November. It's called Zootopia Plus. It says it's 6 standalone episodes that expand on the characters that we met in Zootopia. It doesn't really say like who exactly is gonna focus on. I mean, they are gonna focus on that one. What's the rat's name or the rodent's name? The gangster that got married and has the baby.
Oh, them?
Oh, gosh.
Okay.
So there's gonna be one about her. There's gonna be one about the sloths. One about Judy Hopps' family. Now that one probably is talking about the mom and dad, but it could be that her and what's his face have a family. So I don't know.
The side stories, the TV show.
David, a rabbit and a fox cannot have babies.
Diego, don't you remember in Zootopia anything is possible?
No, because you're the person who's like, well, technically, how does that work? They're not the same sex. Don't even.
Yeah, but it's Zootopia. Anything can happen.
Shut the
in Zootopia.
fuck up. No.
That's the caveat.
Anyways,
Iwaju was announced. That looked interesting.
Iwaju?
Iwaju.
It's a African storyteller.
Okay, cool.
Sure.
I mean, hey, that's something new. I'm all for that. If it's something new and we get something good, then I'm not going to be upset about it.
Yeah, I think
It
that-
looks interesting.
I think the issue with a lot of these announcements, there was nothing told to us. Like, it's coming. Okay. Next. I'm like, what? Like, literally, like, all of the Pixar announcements, like, almost all of them had nothing really to
This was like a Sony E3.
It was like the Sony Sony Nintendo E3 a few years back, where they're like, all these good games are coming out later. So,
In 3 years.
yeah, that's basically what this was with Pixar. I mean, there are other ones that were announced, like one called Wish, one called Strange World, one called Elio. But again, there was really nothing told to us about it. It was just, hey, this is coming out next year or in the 2024. That's it. I don't know if Japan you want to expand on any of those, but that's kind of what I got from.
No,
watching
that,
this
but I guess a big transition between this topic and the other topic. There was an announcement for the gaming side of Disney,
Yeah, there was.
and they announced a couple of course, Disney theme games. One that looked like a Mario Kart Disney experience.
Oh, yeah, because they did a beta on that a while ago, and actually a lot of people liked it. It was very well received, the beta. So
Yeah, so that was interesting. They also announced like some kind of Pokemon Go Marvel.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
that was kind of...
Yeah, and I
I'm
guess,
not excited for that.
And I wanted to watch this panel because I was thinking, okay, they're Disney, Marvel, they have to announce something with Wolverine, Spider-Man, right? Or maybe both. But nope. What we got at the very end was a little clip of a new game of Captain America.
And Black Panther.
Oh, the
And Black Panther.
World War II game.
Yep, that's the one.
they did confirm
And you didn't get to
that-
see all of it though. It was like a 2 minute, maybe less than that clip.
Yeah,
For the last few games they've released, I do not have faith. I gotta wait and see more.
Yeah, we don't know. All I know is they made a big deal to say that T'Challa is not gonna be the Black Panther in that one.
Of course.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
that was
where
such a
it's,
given. People are like,
But
Yeah,
but they made it like a thing, like just so you know, T'Challa is not the Black Panther. I'm like, yes, we know.
I mean,
It's
if,
his
if there was
grandfather.
anybody with
No,
common
yeah,
sense,
it's
they
a
would have known.
grandfather.
It's like this is the 40s. We know.
Yeah, that is kind of funny, Dave. Actually.
They're just kind of odd, but
Yeah, that is a little odd, but I don't know. I just don't have much faith with them on video games right now.
I guess going with video games, maybe there was a disappointment. They also announced the remake of a Gargoyle game.
oh yeah.
Oh, I heard about
That
that.
looks cool. I mean, I don't think
Super
I saw
Nintendo
anything, but like
Gargoyles.
that game I remember playing, it was good. It was fun.
It was so good. Hard though.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Any Super Nintendo game that was a Disney game was effing hard, and there's a reason for it. It's because back then a lot of people didn't buy the games. They rented it from like Blockbuster, so they made it hard so that people had to keep renting it for a few weeks. So the game was always in demand, and the game was always like people were always wanting to play it because that's how Blockbuster made their money. And they were like, hey, let's make this game hard. That's why like Lion King is hard. That's why like I said, Little Mermaid's hard. That's why like all of the Star Wars
Wars.
games are effing hard. Like it's for that reason. Aladdin's
I want to
hard,
play that
that's
game
why.
again now. I want to play the Return of the Jedi.
They also announced
Oh,
a remake
gosh.
of another game. I don't know if you guys follow, but I was really excited for this. It's called Monkey Island.
Yes,
I'll play
Disney
game.
owns that?
Well, now they do.
They do
Oh,
now.
I didn't know that.
They're
That's
Monopoly,
cool.
Diego.
Yeah, so I used to play that game a lot when I was younger, and they're making a new one too. So let's see how that goes.
Badass.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see how that
Welcome to.
Well, let's move on then to the part that Miles wants to talk about. This is the Star Wars panel, the Star Wars part, because there was a lot that was I'm gonna say officially released, because some of it was released a few months ago, but it wasn't to like I can't remember how they released it, but Miles knows, he can tell you about that. So we'll start with Miles and tell us again, not everything, but just tell us the things that piqued your interest, which I probably know which ones were, but you go ahead.
Well, so most everybody here knows my favorite character in Star Wars is Ahsoka Tano. So that's probably where I guess I'll get started of what I got most excited for. So I think it's 6 episodes, I believe. They're gonna have a new animated show called The Tales of the Jedi, and what I'm excited about. So it looks like it tells 2 different stories. So one is gonna
look
be
cool.
yeah, so it looks like they're gonna start off talking about showing how Ahsoka, her first reaction of like I can't remember the name of that technique, but where Jedis can use to like kind of like calm and control animals. You see her do that at a very early age. So that's how they're able to kind of find and grab her and take her to be a Jedi. And then it's ironic because then in the trailer you see her do like her backwards jump spinny move to dodge all like the lasers, which it looks like Anakin was showing her that, and ironically enough, that move that he's teaching her is the one that actually saves her life during Order 66 when all the clones attack her. So I thought that was kind of a cool little, remembrance to that. And then the other side of the story, and this one I'm as much as I love Ahsoka, this is what I'm most excited for though.
This one's cool.
Is Count Dooku. We get to see him as a young Jedi Master at his prime, and you can kind of see the story element of where he's seeing that the Jedi are becoming more political, and there's that little gray area where sometimes the way of the Jedi isn't always the right way. And you're starting to see his downfall of going to the dark side. You even see young Qui-Gon Jinn, which was awesome.
Yeah, he
And you
fights
also
it.
see him... Oh, sorry, go ahead, Diego.
No, just he fights it back when he's trying to attack somebody.
Yeah.
And I think
and
they're
then-
gonna bring the voice of Qui-Gon to do the recording of those episodes or that.
I don't know if they will. I can't remember the name. The actor that did Qui-Gon before did a really good job anyway, so
Oh, you
I'm
think
not
so?
sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he sounded pretty good, like Liam Neeson. I can't remember the name of the guy, but I'm not saying he wouldn't show up, but I'm different.
Now,
Um,
so here's my question about it, because at the very end, we do see the Inquisitor, and is facing off against Ahsoka.
Yes.
So this
That
is where,
is the.
that's where
Oh, go
I'm
ahead.
like, what is gonna go on here? Because, like I said, I think they've been very good with keeping like with canon, keeping with things like within the stories. Like it goes into Rebels, like everything kind of ties in. I want to see like where this happens, because obviously this is like it has to be probably before he meets Ezra. And or maybe the reason why he meets Ezra. I don't know. Like I'm just so curious. Like with just
So
this whole part.
easy answer for you on that. That Inquisitor is most definitely the Inquisitor she fights in the novel.
Oh, okay.
So where she got this is going to be where you're going to finally see how she gets her white lightsabers.
Yes, I remember.
Yeah.
Okay.
So did I ever tell you how she? Did I tell you the story on when I read the book of what happened?
No.
Okay. Well, I won't spoil it, but I will say she has to pretty much use every skill that she has ever learned to be able to beat this guy to win those lightsabers. I guess I just kind of spoiled it there, but yeah. So I'm really excited to see how they're going to do this. To do the fight and learn about that. So pretty much you're going to get that full circle of her character. This of what we haven't learned is how she got lightsabers and the whole thing about the rebellion. That's what I'm guessing you're going to see. I already know because I read the book, but they've decanonized some of it, so I'm wondering what the inspiration they're going to do of it, if that makes sense.
Was it released before Disney took it over?
No, it was during Disney. They wrote a book before season 7 came out, but season 7 kind of decanonized some things. Yeah,
that's weird.
It's kind of weird, yeah. But anyway, so I'm excited to see that, and then with Dooku, you're gonna see his fall, and you actually get to see a light snippet of him training or fighting with Yoda with some hair. So that's cool. They did look like there's a funeral going on. I don't know if you saw that.
Admet's funeral. That's what people.
Oh, I thought that was Yodel
Adme.
or Yaddle.
Yeah, a lot of rumors have been Yaddle, but we don't know. Who knows? So, anyways, yep, that's cool stuff. Other than that, I know they showed more on like Andor. I don't know. I'm just not excited for that.
I don't care. Skip.
I mean, Rogue One was great. I don't need to see a prequel like those of that. I just don't. I mean, I know. Let's be honest, guys. You know my bitch ass gonna watch it, but I'm just not looking forward to it. Bad Batch got delayed. I'm pissed off about that.
Miles reminds me of comic book guy. This is the worst movie ever. I'm only gonna see it 3 more times today.
They did announce who's gonna play Ezra, right?
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
Yes, they did. He looks just like him.
He does.
Dave, how'd you feel about that?
I was okay with it. I was like, yep, that's a good choice. Great choice.
Yeah,
I'm
I agree.
excited.
I have no problems with it.
I'm so excited for Ahsoka.
I'm Mandalorian 3, that's looking really good. Especially it's like Bo-Katan and the consequences of, him taking off his helmet for his creed. I'm guessing he's gonna go to the Bo-Katan's creed is what I'm guessing they'll probably do. I don't know yet. They're being very hush on that. So I mean, who isn't excited for that? But I will say that the Tales of the Jedi blew it out of the water on views, which was really surprising. I don't know if it's accurate now, but they also didn't really show anything new on the Ahsoka trailer. I'm guessing they're going to go balls to the wall on that next year. But I think that's the one that pretty much David and you and I and that's the one most people are waiting for. Is the Ahsoka series. So I don't know. We didn't really get anything new on that, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm not sure why, but I guess they're saving it for later. It's the only thing I could think of.
I'm wondering if there's too many spoilers or if they want it closer. Like, I'm guaranteeing it's probably a spring release like what they did with Obi-Wan. I don't know, though. Another one they didn't show that I was really wanting to see was Skeleton Crew.
Oh, yeah, they didn't show that either.
Yeah, because that takes place with, like, it's like some children that are lost, and they were found, and it's supposed to be something like with the Jedi. A lot of people are really, and this is really hype here if this is true, a lot of the rumors are indicating that it is the origin story of Luke finding his first Padawans.
Ooh.
So that could be a big one before they ruin his character. But that one is gonna look. That one's looking to be like one that they're really, really hiding and not showing much. And I am super, super excited to see more in that one. But other than that, we didn't really get a lot more. I was kind of hoping we might have even gotten like some Jedi Fallen Order 2 scene or something, but we didn't get any of it.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I did hear. I don't know if this was announced on Disney or the D23 event or not, but they want to do another Star Wars TV series, and they're gonna bring the guy from Squid Game into it.
Oh yeah, I heard that too.
Oh.
Yeah, he's gonna be a lead. I'm trying to remember the name of the new Star Wars show, but I can't remember for some reason.
I don't remember.
Dang.
Oh, it's called The Acolyte. There it is. I found it. So, cool. More Korean representation in the Star Wars universe, I guess. I think that's the first.
Good stuff. Right, I think that's all about Star Wars, right? That they announced. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Else. Or at least all the.
More than enough.
Okay.
All the important ones.
So let's move on to the final one. The one that a lot of people, I'm not saying us, but a lot of people were hyped for, and this is for the Marvel stuff. Now, again, I think Marvel is in a weird position because there's a lot of stuff that their focus is weird, right? It's I feel like their focus is all over the place. They're still trying to have a story that leads somewhere, kind of like what they did with the Infinity War, but they have a lot of other shows that are like self-contained that don't affect or tie into the main baddies that's going to happen at the end of phase 6. So it's kind of weird where they're at, because I feel like there's going to be a lot of hit and misses in these phases, and I don't know, I'm going in here very cautiously about what's going to be good, what's going to be bad. I will say they didn't show almost any trailers for a lot of their shows or their movies unless you were there, but officially they didn't really announce any of them except for, I think there was like 2, but the one that I wanted to talk about was Secret Invasion. So that trailer came out, and again, this is going to be dealing with Nick Fury, with Samuel L. Jackson's character. If you don't remember, he actually has been off-world for a while, and I think they said he's been off-world for 2 years, I think, in the trailer. But anyway, he's coming, and he's he's gonna be the main protagonist of this story. So it looked really cool. I'm actually really excited to see what they're gonna do with him. You see War Machine in there. I mean, you don't see him all dressed up, but you see Don Cheadle there. So I wonder how he's gonna play into it. We've only ever seen him one other time. That was in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So I don't know, Japan, I'm pretty sure you saw it, or I don't know if Diego or Miles you saw it, but what do you guys think?
I saw it. For some reason, for me, it just didn't catch me. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just boring now.
No, I mean, it didn't catch me either. And I care about the characters, to be honest, but I'm just not in this type of setting, I guess. I want to get into it, but I don't know.
It's a bit different than the comic book adaptation, but I do feel but I do feel like they're trying to create their own story, but at the same time, I heard that this is also going to be it's going to happen before Armor Wars. That's another Disney show that's coming up as well. And the fact that they're trying to, I don't know, give me the vibe of the second Captain America movie. Even though it was just like one small trailer, I do feel that there's potential for it, so I'm excited to see it.
Well, I want to ask you guys, and I'm sure it's not just me, but I'm getting really tired of a lot of these shows being shows. And the way to keep up with the Marvel Universe is watching the TV shows. And a lot of them are just kind of, a majority, they're kind of lackluster if I'm really looking at it from the outside and not so just, fan-wise. Like, it's just, they're really hard to get into.
I think the main reason is, this is the first time they're trying to make TV shows out of these movies. And
yeah, but they're on the 10th one now.
I get the reason why. Well, we got Disney Plus that's trying to bring everything in and get subscribers, right? So that makes a lot of sense. But at the same time, I do feel like if they need to release something, it has to be a good quality and good content, rather than just being like a one-off.
here's a good example, right? Like, I caught up my dad all through Infinity War, and he wants to see more movies. But if I go take him to see more movies, he's gonna probably get really, really lost if he's not caught up on the series universe. But my dad doesn't have time to watch all those, nor is he gonna care. He falls asleep through most of them, so I can't get him through it.
I get you.
Luckily, we were able to binge Hawkeye, but Hawkeye was like the best one they ever fucking made. We binged that in a night. He fucking loved it. But when he saw he has to do all these other ones, he's kind of like, oh, I don't know if I want to do all that. And I get it. I mean, because coming away from like maybe how we are, maybe from a casual person, it can kind of be a little overwhelming and kind of underwhelming. And I guess I'm just saying, like, when does it come to the point where I know they're trying to sell these products, but couldn't they just do like a cheaper 2.5 hour movie than all these series? I mean, some of it's just getting rough.
Money talks. That's all I can say. Disney's just very
True.
greedy, and it's like
That's true.
yes, I think your dad is best off finding fan edits of the most important parts of those shows, so he can watch
Like
that.
the Star Wars.
But you know what's
They might
ironic?
make
I
it
can't
Kenobi.
find any fan edits for these.
Oh, just give it some time. I think after like all the shows are concluded and they're gonna open up the new
Yeah.
phase, people are gonna
The other-
some people are gonna like find like the most essential parts and just put it together so people can watch it.
And the other thing is, a lot of these shows too, they're getting a little bit more progressive and woke. And my dad's just gonna roll his eyes and be like, "I'm not interested. Let's watch something else." So it's a tough situation with these TV shows. That's all.
Part of me is kind of intrigued because they're doing a new territory and they're trying to expand their, I guess.
No, I
Cover
understand
different
why.
aspects.
I'm not
Right,
asking like
right.
why they're doing it. I'm
No,
just
no,
saying.
I'm-
I'm just saying. Do you guys feel? That's
Oh,
what I was
no.
asking earlier.
Oh, I
you guys feel
agree.
that the quality is kind of a little lackluster and kind of annoying that you're having to this new universe that we're in, this new arc that's just mostly TV series. Like, does that bother you guys? Are you guys okay with it?
I can feel the frustration. I can a little bit feel the pain of it as well.
Mm.
But yeah, it's got to the point that they got us. Like anything on Marvel, especially if people are into Marvel, like really die-hard fans will like. It's Marvel. Let's watch something. There's a lot of content. But something that I do enjoy is the different approaches that they have, and this actually is a segue of the new TV. Oh well, a special that they announced, which is gonna be like a horror side story. I think that's called Werewolf by Night.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a weird trailer.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
And-
weird.
and the fact that it's in black and white is like, whoa, this is crazy. They're actually trying to do something kind of set in the 1940s, and it's a Halloween special one. So I'm intrigued. And it's kind of cool that they have the liberty to create stuff like that. But I do agree with you, Miles. Like, what's the point of releasing stuff if they don't have the meaty subject that all the previous Marvel movies had?
And then I feel like they add like one or two like really big things that you need to have inside the show, but you got to go through so much lackluster bullshit to get to it. It's hard to watch 10 hours of this one show that's just mediocre or average at best. And this is all opinion for anybody getting pissed off, but I'm sorry, I just do not feel a lot. I mean, Diego, Mr. Mister, for example, doesn't even care to watch half of the TV shows because he just doesn't have interest.
Oh, he doesn't watch anything anyways.
That's true.
Well, no, but he watched Hawkeye. It was the only one that interested him. He watched Hawkeye and WandaVision. That's it.
It's true.
And let me ask, why is that? Why are you not compelled to watch the others?
Just don't. I just don't care. Like, the thing is, I got what I wanted out of the movies, and then the shows are cool, but like, I don't care enough to watch them. I only watched like the first one, WandaVision, because it was the first show, and then the next show was Captain's the Falcon and Winter Soldier, but that was bad. And then I watched Hawkeye because Kate Bishop. I like the actress. She was in Bumblebee, so I wanted to watch her and see how she did, and she killed it. So that was
Or you like the actress.
Either or, it doesn't matter.
Hey, she is gorgeous, but she was great.
I didn't say she wasn't.
And looking back, part of this is that Marvel already raised the bar so high that if they were to release something mediocre in comparison to, Infinity War and all that. You know, the hype has been, it's already passed through that. You know, before we didn't have any of the Marvel universe, they released mediocre movies, and we just like, okay, we'll just watch it. But the fact that I already made something really cool in comparison, everything else could be like, meh, it's okay, I guess.
Well, like I said, the one thing that they're doing right now is that they're not connecting any of these shows or these movies together. They're all
Yeah.
self-contained, and that's, I think, has been a bad idea for them. They should not have done
Agreed.
that, because now it's like, okay, I'm watching this. Yeah, this is cool, but what else? Like, how does this connect to the to the bigger picture? Like, nothing's gonna connect to it because it doesn't matter.
I mean, as far as we know, right? What if they actually like have a secret plan of? Because usually they plan
But
many
they said
years
that,
ahead before.
Yeah, but a lot of them, they've said that. Like, for example, Moon Knight specifically, they specifically said this is a self-contained. Nothing that has happened in the MCU is gonna affect it. Nothing that is happening here will affect other things. Like, they went out of the way to say that. So, like I said, Moon Knight was a great show, but again, it doesn't tie into anything, and that was the whole reason of having this cinematic universe, that things tie into each other. But now they're trying to have self-contained things where nothing affects it, and it's kind of weird. That's my
Well,
it's just
think about
weird.
that. They also did like they say it's gonna be one season, and then, oh, whoa, there's a second season.
Well, like, what about like the whole what's the next Avengers we have? The King Dynasty, right?
Dynasty. Yep.
King Dynasty,
Like, without watching like Loki's TV show, you might be a little lost, but that's like needed stuff. But you have to watch all these freaking episodes. Like, ugh. Or then the only other one that really connected anything, I think, was Miss Marvel, because they have like Captain Marvel show up at the very end. They're doing their whole Marvel show, whatever universe they're doing now. So that's the only thing really, but that's if you care to invest in them. They're nothing groundbreaking that adds anything to the universe except for maybe Loki.
Well,
But then again,
that.
WandaVision was essential to understand Doctor Strange.
Yeah. So maybe at this particular point, the fact that we don't have the full plan for us, it might
Yeah.
feel like a bit incomplete. But maybe if we were to like, well, unfortunately, we have to go through everything else and get to that, I guess, the Avengers movie to see how they connect it. It might be like a horrible thing to some people that can't stand it, but for others, it could be like one of those things when, you know, the Infinity Wars happened, like, oh, they actually referenced the previous movies or the previous shows. That was really cool. Maybe they'll do something like that.
Well, I think we're kind of getting off topic here. We're complaining more than actually talking what was explained or showed. I do want to talk about one thing that was brought up, and that's good news and bad news tied to it, and that is Daredevil. So they did say that Daredevil, again, they showed that Charlie Cox is going to come back, and so it's Vincent. I say his last name wrong.
Vincent D'Onofrio.
This happens when I think of when this happens when I listen to Diego D'Onofrio. But they also, Charlie Cox did announce that this is a reboot. That everything that happened in Daredevil seasons 1, 2, and 3 do not affect this at all. It's something completely, which again, it's not. It was probably assumed or expected, but I still was hoping like maybe not. But they're like, yeah, it's a reboot. So that was kind
Did you specify what kind of reboot was it going to be? Is it going to be like a hard reboot that nothing else completely matters, or are they going to actually keep some elements and move some elements into it?
I didn't hear anything. All I heard was that he just specifically said this is a reboot.
Because I also heard that they're going to bring some of the Defenders into this whole universe as well.
They could. So, again, that's not saying that they can't bring these people in, but it sounds like all the events that happened in the Netflix shows are not the events that are happening in this cinematic universe, is what I'm understanding.
So far.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess we just have to wait and see. Yeah. I did have complaint about the logo. The logo looks a little bit different. I don't like it.
Yeah, they did announce. I mean, he's coming back. Him and Vincent D'Onofrio are coming back for Echo, which is we already knew that.
And they actually show a trailer for Echo as well to the D23 people.
They revealed the Thunderbolts movie, which is gonna be interesting. Again, I have to see a trailer before I make any news on it, but I was like, you know what, the cast, at least the cast, who they have in there, they showed is gonna be interesting. It's gonna have U.S. Agent, it's gonna have Bucky, it's gonna have, what's her name, the ghost character from Ant-Man the Wasp. It's gonna have Yelena. So
You have Lane.
yeah, they're gonna have Elaine from Seinfeld in there. So it's gonna be interesting. And then Captain America: New World Order. Don't really care too much about it, but they did say they're bringing back the Dr.
leader.
Samuel Stearns, who was from
Yeah.
The Incredible Hulk, which we never saw him happen anything with him, right? We saw him get infected with Hulk's blood, and then nothing ever came of it. But now they're bringing him back. What is it? 15 years later. So
That's really cool though. They're trying to connect.
yeah,
Trying.
I just
Well,
I just wish they
well,
would
the same
show us
thing with
something.
the Abomination as well. You know, in She-Hulk, they're bringing everything in the past and trying to bring slowly, little by little.
Yeah, but again, Abomination. I know She-Hulk is a comedy. Or it's supposed to be a comedy, and it just
Yeah.
kind of sucks that they do that to Abomination. It just, I understand why they're doing it, but still, it's just like, whatever. But anyway, I think those are all the biggest things that happened with Marvel. That I can think of. I don't know, Japan, do you have anything else? I mean, they announced the director for Fantastic Four, but they didn't. But they said.
Yeah, I
that
was
they-
gonna mention that. I was like, I got a lot of people got really anxious and expecting to have news for Fantastic Four, but no, we got tricked. I guess
We got
most people
dicked.
got tricked. Yeah.
They just said we have a director. The cast is not confirmed. Like, you better cast John Krasinski. Jim better be in that movie. He's already an agent. He's already agent in WandaVision. He better be Mr. Fantastic as well. So,
Yeah, so no. Oh, another thing as well. They did announce. They actually showed a trailer for Quantumania as well, and it was the one that a little more expanded than the one that they showed at San Diego Comic Con. And this particular movie, they actually specified that this starts the whole, Phase 5 and connects to the Avenger
Kang
movie
Dynasty.
that's happened. Yeah, to the Kang Dynasty as well.
So at least in this essence, Miles, it might be that they announce Kang in the Ant-Man and the Wasp movie.
Okay.
And they explain who he is, and that way you kind of know. You don't have to watch Loki. I mean, if you don't want to, you can, but you don't have to watch Loki to understand who Kang is.
Nice.
I mean, that's what they did with in Doctor Strange with WandaVision. The whole show in one little sentence. That's about it.
The more I think about it, the more I have issues with Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Every time I watch it like 4 times, and I'm like, more and more, I'm like, I think they try to make it like not connect to the movies. I mean, to the show, but as well, yes,
It's connected.
it is, but it's not, and it creates a lot more problems. And I'm just like, they should have just either gone all in or not at all. But whatever.
That's what she said.
She don't say that to me. It's okay. Anyway, that's all that we have for D23. Unless anyone has some last minute things, Japarion, I'm looking at you because that's mostly your
For
job.
D23, I do have other stuff as well, but I don't know if you want to talk about it. But
No, just for D23.
yeah, I know. Like I said, I think a lot of people were expecting like a lot of great things. I know that for the Marvel panel, people line up for a really early, trying to be there. I guess that's kind of dumb and weird at the same time. They did show the Steve Rogers the musical at the beginning of the panel. They actually have like a 5-minute presentation on that. So
Yeah, it was,
I was kind of curious of watching that because I found it kind of silly, but kind of curious about it as well.
I mean, you watched most of it anyway in Hawkeye, so. Alright, well, thanks you guys much for tuning in and watching our video. Remember, you can watch more of our videos on our YouTube channel. Here, you can like and subscribe. Remember, we have a podcast episode on Podomatic and Spotify. Check those out, and we greatly appreciate it. So, thanks so much for watching and listening. This is David the Smash Fan.
Sponsor Tech Guy.
Mister.
And Japorion, even though we didn't have an introduction, here we are.
Oh, we did have an introduction. Woo! And this is
Oh,
the
no.
podcast.